I'm theciaellis, and welcome to Grandma's Homestead. Okay, we've got a busy, productive, I'm thinking productive day. We got a lot going on today, and some of it's already gotten started. I'm going to show it to you, and I got to stay out of the way while they're doing this, but I will show it to you. Alright, this is my son Tony, who has a background.
Sure, background.
Do what?
I said sure, background.
He has a background in tiling. So because Tom has scored a wood stove that he wants to install. Except for my cook stove, which I insisted on being propane or gas or whatever. I don't do electric stoves. Everything else in this house is electric, and so we are in Oklahoma and we get winters here, not like people up in, oh my gosh, it's cold in Minnesota right now, but I digress. Sometimes we have ice storms, sometimes we have things that happen and we will lose electricity, and I don't want to be cold, so we're going to, in the middle of winter, put in a wood stove. I almost hate to show you this, but apparently that collapsed when they were trying to work on it. I do have extra insulation I can put there, and we have something we can cover it with. I don't know, this whole house, this is crazy. So they want to put Tom wants to put this here, and we had all kinds of stuff coming in right here, so Tom was in the process of trying to move it over to there. So when he gets the wiring moved over here, then this will clear, and they're gonna Tony's already disconnected that plug in and has wired it so it can go to it's a junction box, I guess is what he said it was. So we're just going to completely close off all the electricity comes in there. The cable and internet that was coming in here is going to be moved over here, and so he can put the hardy board up and make it safe for fireplace.
Too chunky to trowel, but I can get it leveled down the way it's supposed to be.
Look at this mess he's making on my floor. But this is where the tile's going to go, and it's going to look good. He did say it was chunky. Do you need to start over with it?
Nah, just for being the base layer, I think it's going to be okay.
Okay, alright, good deal.
I'll pull some of the heavier chunks out of this, but
yeah,
I'll try to use up some of the older material.
Yeah. It's going to be good when it's done. It's just with that insulation missing underneath the window. I guarantee you there's enough cracks in this house that when he gets this put in and everything's all done up, we're still going to have plenty of air pull to keep the stove going.
You know,
I wanted to give you a quick update on this. Isn't that nice looking? And I'm glad I can show it to you before everybody gets here. I guess Tom and one of his friends is going to start preparing to put the actual wood stove in. As you can see, we still got a hole in the wall here and no insulation. It'll get fixed. I know it will. But I just wanted to show you the progress. I'm trying to video this between people actually being in and out of here, because the people that don't know us, and I'm sure they don't want to be in the video. But isn't that nice looking? I like that. And the E is right in the right place for Ellis. And I don't know. It's looking pretty good. I think it's going to work out. Alright, Tom's been working on this today, trying to get these pieces set up, and I've been trying really hard to stay out of the way. And he's going to tell me what he's got going.
Okay, so we're going to go out the wall here, and this piece, I've got it set up where it'll slide over the collar on the stove, and then it's going to 90, and then there will be a short section that'll go into the wall. But I'm going to have to cut all this out, and actually I'm going to do a bigger cut. I think this is the edge, this is the center of the studs on both sides, and this box will actually fit in the wall and give it it's like a 14.5 inch around it space where there won't be anything combustible for the stove to get into. But I'm going to have to modify this. This came with the other stove that we bought that went through the roof, probably like that. And since I'm putting it in the wall, I'm going to have to come out here, and however much space I have in the wall, probably 3.5 inches, I'm going to have to cut this square all the way around and do away with this part so it will set up in the wall, and then the outside pipe will connect to that and go up to the eave of the house. So that's where we're at now. I'm getting ready to cut out the sheetrock in the wall and get the insulation out and make sure there's no wiring in it, and then get this cut and installed, and then we'll go ahead and run the rest of the pipe, and then I'll have to put sheetrock or hardy board, whatever. I'll probably do hardy board back over to cover everything up except for where the pipe comes out, goes into the wall. So that's where we're at now.
Alright, it's not finished, but it's looking pretty good. Of course, he doesn't have the damper installed yet. He got all of this finally measured and put in. He still needs to put some insulation there and cover that back up. I think he wants to put some sort of, I don't know, heat caulking on these, on the seams. And he got some bricks to go on the inside of it, but his vacation is over, so he's done with that part for now. I'm going to show you what he did on the outside too. So he's got the plumber's strap up there now because we're waiting on a part to put that, to make this more secure, especially in this Oklahoma wind. So he's not done, but got a pretty good start on it, and if needed, we can go ahead and turn it on, you know what I mean, light a fire in it. So I'm going to close this video out on that part of it. Like I said, there's a couple of things that he wants to do and needs to do with them. The part that, and he looked all over town for the bracket to hold the chimney pipe in place. There was nothing in town that fit right, and we've got one coming through Amazon, but it's not going to come in for a couple weeks. So we are expecting snow this coming Sunday, and in like 4 or 5 days in a row this next week where it's not supposed to get above freezing, and that's typical for northeast Oklahoma at this time of year. But you never know when there's going to be an ice storm or something's going to go on where you lose your electricity. And we are, except for my oven and stovetop, or the cook stove, it's propane, but everything else in this house is electric. And if nothing else, I would like to be able to use this stove to help minimize some of the cost of having everything electric in this area, in a old trailer house that the skirting has trouble staying up. We still haven't patched in all the holes or fixed all the breaches in the skirting yet. But even then, the skirting is is it corrugated? I can't remember. It's got holes in it. And so, yeah. But so this will be nice, hopefully, that where we can help take some of the cost of electricity down during that part of it. And when he works on it and gets some stuff done, I'll give you a little bit more footage on that. But that's what this particular video is about. I do want to remind you that I am back to doing some more on the Are You Ready for the Next Great Depression series. I got away from it during softball season. I'm in the process of doing some researching for my next episode. But if you look on this YouTube channel, you can look under Next Great Depression playlist. I also have done a couple of them on basically the same content in a podcast form on This Grandma's Live podcast, and you can find a couple of episodes on that too. But look for that. Are You Ready for the Next Great Depression? Give you some practical ways to consider if things really do get bad again. Because if you think, as I research too, if you think about, even on a surface level, the sacrifices that the men and women of the world essentially went through in the war effort during World War II and World War I, now that as I do more research on that too, there's a lot of things that they had to do to survive and even thrive in some cases. So that's why I'm trying to get this series more filled out. So I'll go ahead and look at what I've got done and look forward to the next one. All right, guys, that's all I got for you this time. I pray that you went through the new year well and things went well for you, and you have good hopes for this coming year. Well, the year that's here, for your own goals. Sorry, I didn't mean to bump that. For your own goals, regardless of what's happening on the world, you are your own life, and you have your own responsibilities and things that you have to think about for yourself and for your family. God bless, guys. I'll see you next time.